Perched on the northeastern side of Castle Rock, Moat Hill is one of Stirling's most ancient and storied places. In deep prehistory, both Moat Hill and nearby Abbey Craig protected into long vanished sea, the rocky surfaces still bearing traces of marine fossils from fish and mammals. Archaeology and legend point to Moat Hill being the site of an early Pictish fort, thought to date between the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. That fort met a fiery end. Its ramparts were vitrified, stone fused with glassy lumps by an intense conflagration. Local tradition suggests it may have been burned by the Romans, who pressed their campaigns northwards during that era. By the 16th century, Moat Hill formed the northern tip of the Gowan Hills, incorporated into Stirling's Royal Park. Centuries later, in 1746, it became a dramatic stage once more during the Jacobite Rising. From January the 8th to February the 1st, Jacobite forces besieged Stirling Castle, positioning themselves on Moat Hill under the eyes of Lieutenant Governor William Blakeney's garrison. Yet the siege faltered. When word reached them that the Duke of Cumberland was marching north with reinforcements, the Jacobites abandoned their guns and withdrew towards Inverness, leaving behind the echoes of an unrealised victory. Now, what draws the eye on Moat Hill is not the Jacobite earthworks, but it's a grim relic, the Beheading Stone behind me. The cylindrical boulder, mounted on a concrete plinth and encased in an iron cage for protection against vandalism, bears the scars of its dark purpose. If you look closely, you can still see the slash marks and grooves left by the executioner's axe. A heavy wooden block would have been fitted to hold the condemned's head in place. The stone is most closely associated with 15th century executions of high treason and other grave crimes. Its most famous moment came on the 24th of May 1425, when Murdoch Stewart, Duke of Albany, was executed here on the orders of King James I. Murdoch, grandson of King Robert II and once Regent of Scotland, was punished for failing to govern in James's absence, while the king was held captive in England. His downfall was devastating. Alongside Murdoch, his father-in-law, the Earl of Lennox, and two of his sons were condemned. The stone claimed other notable figures too. In 1437, Sir Robert Graham of Kinpont, a leading conspirator in the murder of James I, was also beheaded here. Such spectacles were meant not only as punishment, but as theatre. A warning visible from castle, town and river alike. The betrayal of the crown carried the severest of ends. Over time, however, public executions in Stirling shifted away from Moat Hill. By the early modern period, the Market Cross and Town Jail became more common sites of the noose, gallows and other punishments. The beheading stone fell into disuse, but its notoriety lingered. In the late 19th century, the Victorians rediscovered and romanticised the stone. Sir Walter Scott gave it literary immortality in The Lady of the Lake in 1810. Feeding the appetite of travellers who flocked to Stirling in search of history and legend. By the 20th century, the stone was caged to protect it, and cannons were set nearby to enhance the dramatic feel and presentation of the site. Yet, beyond its hard history lies folklore. Local legend tells of the White Lady of Moat Hill, a ghostly figure wandering the summit at night. Some say she is a widow seeking vengeance, others a victim of the axe, or simply a tale spun to chill the imagination. Whatever the truth of the story, adds a spectral layer to a place already saturated with blood and memory. Protected by the public at the instance of the Stirling Natural History Archaeological Society in 1887. The beheading stone today is not merely a relic of cruelty, it is a tangible reminder of Stirling's central role in Scotland's struggles for power. From Pictish stronghold to royal parkland to Jacobite battlefield, the grooves carved by axe strokes, the names of Albany and Graham, the ghost stories told by the locals, all these layers remind us of the hill's long history of authority, rebellion and consequence. High on Moat Hill, with the Forth Valley stretched below, the stone remains a silent witness. Whether seen as a warning that crime doesn't pay, or as a relic of past political brutalities, it anchors the story of Stirling in stone, legend and memory. And if you come to Stirling to see all these amazing places, to relish in its history, whatever you do, don't lose your head.